It's not just mine, his or her house. This is our house.
Hello, everyone. My name is Tyrone Lowe. This is my show, The Legends. And in the House of the Legends, wait, before I even start the show, I want to thank you guys for giving me the support that you have. And, just keep tuning in, give all those descriptions and all that love. And in the House of the Legends, I have somebody that I've known for years. And we pass by each other, hit the club, when me and my man Bo Legally loses together, he'd be like, hey, this is such and such. I said, okay. But I finally got him on my show. And I give to you guys the mighty Mike C from the Fearless
What's
Four.
up?
What's going on, Mike? What's happening, bro?
What's going on? Same old, nobody to blame, no.
Yeah, But well, what we're going to talk about, let's talk about you, Mike C, man, because let's talk about when you first started rapping and how did you get about it, and before we even get into the Fearless Four thing.
Well, my hip hop story starts, let's see. I think it was like maybe 78, about 77, 78. I was in junior high school, and my friend Jimmy West. But first, before let me say this. I already heard tapes. I heard Hollywood. I heard a Hollywood tape, and I heard somebody else's tape. I can't say who it was, but they were rhyming different from Hollywood. Hollywood had a whole different style of rhyme. It's like a disco style, and so I heard these tapes, but I wasn't really interested in I'm used to hearing like Dr. Seuss and them rhyming on Abbott and Costello, so you ain't really getting it. I used to lay on the speaker and listen to Pick Meet Markham do Here Come the Judge.
Right.
So you ain't really doing no nothings for me.
That's
so,
right.
But what grabbed me is I'm in junior high school and my friend, I'll never forget, his name is Jimmy West. I always give him props. Jimmy West was in the lunchroom saying these rhymes. Mm-hmm. And all the girls, including the girls that I had crushes on, were around Jimmy West. Like they was like, and he telling them to say ow, and they saying ow, and there's no beat. He just saying these rhymes and tell them to say oh yeah and all. And I'm like, what the? I remember like, wow, so me and Jimmy was cool. So I'm like, yo, where did you get that? He said, you don't know nothing about this? And he's showing me, he's saying rhymes to me. The next day, because I went home that night, I didn't do no homework. I wrote rhymes that night. I learned how to rhyme with my name and all that. And at that time, my name wasn't Mike C. My name was MC Shoe. Because they used to call me Shoe when I was young. They used to call me Shoe. They used to call me a lot of names. They called me Crew Face and Shoe Face. And they used to pick on me. I was a funny looking kid. You know what I'm saying? So I called myself MC Shoe, and I started saying rhymes with MC Shoe. The next day, them same girls flocked to me. You know why? Because my rhymes were better than Jimmy West's rhymes. Okay. Because I heard his rhymes, and my thing was, whatever I do, I'm not going to make it like his, but I'm going to get these girls. And I'm saying more rhymes about what he's saying rhymes about him, and I forgot how them rhymes, and in my dreams it's that, but I'm saying my whole rhymes was basically to what I could do to a girl and all that, and they, even though they was going ooh, but they loved it, and I got that same crowd, and that's when I fell in love with hip hop.
Okay, and so let's take a little notch before that. So how did you incorporate these three other brothers that actually made the Fearless Four? Now, before we talk about that, I remember, because I was in Shore Record Pool at the time, but I used to go to a lot of independent record companies. So I just happened to stumble across Electro one day, and my man Bruce was actually doing A&R there. So he says, listen, man, I got something for you. I said, what? He said, well, here's your records, but I want you to listen to something else. So I'm like, what do you want me to listen to? So he turned it on. I thought it was like contemporary dance, like everything they was giving me and stuff. All of a sudden I heard this rap song, and I was like, wow, Electra's doing rap now? He said, but listen to it. And it was quite different because it told a story about certain things that was actually going on currently at that time, which was very deep, And then he said to me, they just got signed by Elektra. I said, really? So go ahead and piggyback on that, Mike.
All right. How we signed with Elektra? All right, you know we were with Enjoy Records first.
Right, exactly.
We had made It's Magic and Rocking It. The way we got with Enjoy Records is a total story.
Okay.
We used to hang with the Treacherous Three. They were like our big brothers or whatever. You know, we was us and the Treacherous Three. Wherever Treacherous Three had shows in New York or sometimes in the tri-state area, we would go with them. And the best part was after the show, we would come, no matter what, it'd be 6 o'clock in the morning. We go eat at the diner and laugh and joke. So we just love hanging around the Treacherous Three. But the Treacherous Three was signed to Enjoy, which was Bobby Robinson. Right. Bobby Robinson had already had Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five. He had the Funky Four. Now he got the Treacherous Three.
Right.
So my whole thing is, if I was around Bobby more, we was around Bobby more, maybe he would sign us.
Right.
So I met Bobby and I met his secretary. His secretary was a guy named Spanky. Okay. Spanky was a mad cool dude, an old dude, mad cool. He wouldn't let me in the place sometime because he had a lady in there doing his little dirt. But this is what I did. I went to Bobby's office, Enjoy office, every single day. I didn't go to school. I got up in the morning and went straight to that office and stayed there every day. I did this for at least 3 months every day until Bobby finally said, okay, let me hear what you got. And that day, Tito happened to be with me. And me and Tito did a routine from It's Magic. Okay. And when he heard it, he was like, okay, you say, this is how Bobby talk. You say it's for you, right? 4. Let me hear where the other 2 at. Let me hear the other 2. Bring the other 2 in here tomorrow, and let's see what we can do. Be here about 4:30. Be here 4:30. Let me hear what the other 2 do. So all of us was there, and what we did, we didn't do solo rhymes because we knew he wanted to hear how we blend. So we did like routines, and while we were doing the routines, our routines was sharp because we Fearless 4 practice. Before you even heard of the Fearless 4, we were the Fearless 5, the Fearless 4 again. All this doing practicing to make our art sharp because we wanted to be sharp like the Treacherous Three. We thought the Treacherous Three was the sharpest ever. We wanted to be sharp, so we rehearsed we rehearsed for hours and hours every day. So we hit him with one of them routines, and one of the routines that we hit him with, we each took one word apiece. And if you listen to This Magic, you can hear it. It's called to make a cut so fast that you can't. And we each saying one word apiece. And when we did that, I looked at Bobby and he was on the phone, and then he hung up the phone and said, okay, you guys, we stopped. He said, okay, y'all in the studio Thursday at 8 o'clock. And you're going to such and such studios, write that down, and such, and here's your contract. So we told us we was going to the studio and gave us a contract at the same time.
All right.
now, mind you, we dumb kids. We take a contract. Yay! We all ready to sign. We all ran home. We didn't get no lawyers. We let our parents look at the contract.
Oh, wow. Okay.
My father looked at it and said, I don't know. My mother said, well, I guess all right.
I hear you, bro.
I signed it because I'm thinking we getting paid. I don't care what it is. You a black man. You're not gonna play us. You're gonna but in my mind I'm going, I know we're not really getting nothing because we went to Treacherous Three. They not really getting nothing.
Right.
They doing a lot of shows, and for them to get their money, they got a kind of strong arm to get their money. But my whole thing was we just really want to get our foot in the door.
Right. Good thinking.
Only one of us that took our contract to a lawyer was DLB. He was the youngest in the group, so he couldn't sign a contract. He was only 17. So he didn't have the right to sign his name like that. So he took it to his father, and his father took his contract to a lawyer.
Okay.
We didn't do none of that. So when it came out anything, DLB always had little rights and stuff like that because his lawyer knew what to do. We didn't do that. So we signed with Bobby Robinson, went to the studio, made It's Magic, then Rocking It. Then we left Bobby and went to Electro Asylum and did Just Rock and what was it? Just Rock and I forgot. Got the Turnout. And the next one over after that, we did Problems of the World, F4000, and Fearless Freestyle. And those were produced by Mr. Magic and Curtis Blow.
A lot has changed since then. The whole situation of hip hop. I talked about it on my show when DJ Red Alert when I interviewed him, and he broke it down to the point of what was going on then and what's going on now. So what do you have to say about that?
Basically, I look at it like, times was going to change. It was inevitable. Like you seen it coming. You know what I'm saying? If you look at how everything changes, like, let me give you an example. Betamax went to VCR. For VCR to DVD players. Now nobody even buy DVD players no more. It's the same thing with hip hop. It evolves. It went, and the way it perceives now. If you can't get paid from somebody buying your record, but you can get paid from people streaming now, and streaming is the thing now. Just like social media is the thing now. Imagine what the Fearless Four could have done, or what hip hop
could have
done back then.
Would have been phenomenal.
Social media. If we had social media back then, are you kidding me? Right now, I'm just as famous as Mike C, not of the Fearless Four, as Mike C that makes these crazy videos because of social media right now. If I say, you know what I'm saying? It's just because social media is so big.
Right.
It's crazy.
It has its tendencies right now. But what we're going to do is we're going to listen to Mike C and the Fearless Four, and you guys, he's going to take you right back to where they was at before. So y'all stay tuned. We'll be right back.
It's not just mine, his or her house. This is our house.
We got some fun people in the house tonight.
Just to die without any feeling, so I wait here for my maker till it's time to go. Ask someone about the time is slipping. Can you spare a dime for asking where will I earn it? I just don't know. I need someone to talk to try to ease some pressure off my mind, cause times are rough nowadays. Got a high school diploma and I'm very ambitious, so why do I live this way? These things called computers does the thinking for a man, leaving one man on the buttons while unemployed I can. Should have trained with computers in some college course, so we're not playing the game of life. Just maybe I'd went with problems, education, unemployment, and got too many problems of the world today. Daddy, we had fun the weekend that just passed. Mommy's brother came to visit while you were away. I know why you looked puzzled. I was shocked myself. I didn't know I had an uncle until Friday. I was really glad I met him, but places mommy bet him, brought them both the ugly faces, so they went in the back. Thought it was kind of crazy, but I know as a fact that there's no way in the world I kiss my sister like that. What do you mean she has no brother? I saw him myself, and we can go check with mother just to see what she'll say. Thought you would be glad to know I had an uncle. Didn't know you'll come home and be my mommy that way. Problem. Adultery. Problem. Child deceiving. Problem. Got too many. Problems of the world today. She wanted the milk, so she went to the store, leaving her son and her to love in the house that day. Never crossed her mind that something could go wrong. Thinking the man and 4-year-old would only joke and play. When she returned home, tears fled from her eyes as she witnessed the son laid out on the floor. The man stood above her with a black leather strap, and as she grabbed the butcher knife, she said, "Don't hit him anymore." The neighbors called the cops, and the boy survived, but that experience will always leave his mind in gloom. And if you wanted me to make him do such a thing, he lives rent free, but locked in his rubber room. For mental problem, child abusing, problem. He got so many, problem. He got to solve the problems of the world. I wanna be somebody, can you understand that? You see, I'm living two lives. I go to work and school.
It's not just mine, his or her house. This is our house.
Don't turn around. You ain't really down. Playing the games you do. Someday, everything will be alright. I know that different people make the world go round.
Because of you, my dreams are coming true.
That erases my rainy day.
Right now, I don't care who's watching.
For whatever the reason there might be.
With your love by my side, the world will be mine. You're the one for me.
Yeah. Nobody
Hey, we're back. This is my show, The Legends. My name is Tyrone Lowe, and we are here with the mighty Mike C. What's going on, Mike?
Same old, same old. Nobody to blame, no.
I hear you. So listen, let's tell the viewers about some of the places that y'all went and y'all performed at.
Oh well, we've been all over. You know what I'm saying? I've been Germany and Amsterdam, uh, Brazil. Those places like that. I mean, we've been, basically where everybody else goes to do their hip hop, we've been there. We've been there doing our hip hop, and I've been there. Certain places with the Fearless. I've also been places with Kumo D. That's who I roll with now. I perform with Kumo D. I dance behind him, then grab the mic and do Mike C stuff and roll with him. It's his way of keeping all hip hop together, all old school together. So me and LA Sunshine is out there. Grandmaster Kaz is with us. He's on the turntables, and we do our thing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna always be out there, man. Mike
That's
C
a
is
good
here,
thing, man.
I'm working on my own thing now too, so it's going good.
The sound has changed since then.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
have anybody remixed some of the old stuff that you did and brought it back up to up to speed?
Man, it's amazing that you brought that up, man. I'm listening to I'm watching the show BMF, Black Mafia Family, 50 Cent's new show on Star.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And I'm watching the show. This is the last episode that came on, and I hear the beat from Rockin' It come on. So I'm listening, these guys are on, and they're singing, locking it, locking it. Yes, we are locking it, locking it, locking it. I lost my mind because we didn't, I don't want to get into it, but nobody cleared that with us. So we got to talk 50.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Locking it. Come on, man. We know that's not fair, man. But that's what it is, man. But people have remixed our stuff. And I've seen whole videos. I've seen somebody do Problems of the World over with their lyrics and sent me the video, and it was great. And I love when people do stuff like that. But when you just take it and do it and don't say nothing to nobody, and that makes us look like you just took our stuff. And we ain't really with that. We done been through that already. So
So let me ask you a question. Like I asked most of the people that I've actually interviewed, how has hip hop actually influenced your life, man?
Hip hop is my life. Hip hop is my life. It's been my life since I was 15. I've been entertaining this hip hop thing since I was 15, and I can't imagine my life without hip hop in it. And I guess that's because I wasn't born in hip hop. How these kids today, when they're born, they're already in hip hop.
Right.
I was there, and I'm sure you was there too. I was there when hip hop was a baby and it was first birthed. So it meant a lot to me, and I just can't seem to shake it.
Right.
I'm one of those people that's going to always be a hip hop head. And I'm not saying that I don't want anybody to get it twisted, because you're not going to hear me. I'm not saying I knock the new guys, because I think all hip hop is great, even the new stuff that they're doing. Mm-hmm. I can't get into it because it's not my thing, but a lot of that stuff is great. Like I see why my kids like it or whatever, but it just ain't me. You'll never see me doing trap music, or anything like that. And I'm with the Fearless. We gonna always be icons and legends and stuff like that, but I'm not really, and this is just for me, I don't really want to do a Fearless 4 record. I don't want to do a Fearless 4 album. Like, let's come back and do. I think we just go out doing our old stuff, and every now and again you can put us on something with somebody else, being a little guest. But I don't want to do no. You know what I'm saying? Our time is we did us. You know what I'm saying? We did us. You know what I'm saying?
And Mike, that's a good way of thinking, man. You've been there, you've done that, and now you want to go forward. And
I'm trying to get with my acting thing now, really. You know what I'm saying?
That's great.
Been here, done that, bought the T-shirt and the ashtray. You
you were just doing a little bit of hosting before. You were doing some interviews with some very interesting people.
Yeah, that's my show I got coming up, and that was just a sneak peek. It's called the Mighty Mike C Show.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's a part of Hip Hop Fundamental.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's my crew. I'm actually the what is my title? The
host.
No, besides the host. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I'm the chairman of entertainment or something like. I mean, I can't think of my title right now, but I'm
right.
like I'm really big in that thing there, you know.
Oh, that's
But it's
great,
but
man.
I'm the host. They gave me my own show called the Mighty Mike C Show. Oh man, it's great. And what I do is I'm interviewing people and I'm doing skits too. So what I did was just they gave me the okay to give a little preview of what I wanted to do. So I interviewed 5 entertainers: Grandmaster Caz, Russell Peters, Big Daddy Kane, LL Cool J, and Chuck D. So I interviewed those on Instagram, and I didn't show Russell Peters yet. That right there I saved because I did it on like with different cameras and stuff. But the other 4 we showed, and people loved it. You know, I'm about to go out to LA to Hollywood to audition for NCSI LA. Thanks to LL Cool J. You know what I'm saying? He hooked me up with that. So
And that's cool.
a lot of good stuff.
That's real cool, man. That's real good. That's showing some real love right there. You know, Mighty C, there's a lot of people that's really coming out right now as far as the craft of hip hop, you know, and it has become a culture. It has become some way of living right now. So what would you actually say to them as far as suggestions, you know, of they coming up right now?
Stay hungry and don't let nobody tell you can't, and do you. Be different. Do you. Always try to be different. Nothing's wrong with being different. Everybody wants to be the same. Oh, I got to do it like that one and make the same money that way, or do it that way because that's what's out now. No, that's what's out now in their minds. Be different. Always do something different. I guarantee you're going to win. But
let me ask you a question, man. Let me ask you one question. There's a lot of artists that do start. And do you feel that the financial burden to them changes their whole character about themselves?
Yeah, because a lot of artists, their whole if you come into this game and worry so much about financial, you're gonna lose because now you're trying to front to make yourself a different way. You work at McDonald's, you making that little bit of money, but you saving it to buy gold and flash and front like that in front of the cameras and all that because you're not thinking. You're not thinking. The smart person never shows his money. You know what I'm saying?
True that.
Do you the right way. You never see me with gold and all that. What? You think I'm broke? Go ahead, believe that if you want to. you never see me with all of that stuff. I think too flashy for me. It's too flashy for me. Not knocking it for people that do it because my boys roll with all that. But I'm going to be the different one, the one that doesn't roll with all that. You know what I'm saying?
It's good that you're bringing that up, man, because I've seen a lot of them actually came from nothing, and then now that they became a little something, their whole characteristics have changed about themselves. To me, that's actually a turnoff, man, because money's the root of all evil, man, and if you utilize it to your lifestyle that way, you're going to turn a lot of people away from you. You know what I'm saying? I see it happen all the time, man, and I talk about that frequently because money's the root of all evil, man. And I've seen a lot of people It's
true. It's true. Like people say money changes you. But it depends on which part of that, what side of that is going to change.
Exactly.
If I got the money and you don't got the money, who is it going to change? Me or you? You understand what I'm saying? One of us is going to change. It's inevitable. One of us is going to change.
Right.
Now, I'm not going to change. I'm going to stay the way I am. But money makes people that don't have it, they change because you have it. You understand what I'm saying? You see where I'm coming from? They look at you different because, well, you got it, so why can't you pay for it? Or or they you all that. Oh, now you
very negative attitude, man.
Yeah, negative. Oh, you got a new car. Oh, you all that. Buy me a sandwich. Why can't I get money for a bag of smoke?
Yeah. Well, you know what? Give some shout outs to some people that's really into you briefly, and before we end the show.
Big shout out to all my kids. My late son Mike, my daughter Molisha, Damar, Ashley, Brittany, Nico, Tyra. Big shout out to them. Big shout out to my boo-boo, Chrissy in there. Big shout out to you, boo-boo. I love you, boo-boo. Big shout out to all my friends, fam, my crew, the Cold Coffee crew. Big shout out to my boys, Grandmaster Caz in Puerto Rico, the Henny boys, my man Serge, my cousin Kunta Kinte, and the 1470 crew, 1470 for life, DeVille, and that's it. Because if I shout out everybody, it'd be another show.
Well, you know, I'm very glad to have you on my show, Mike, man. I really
thanks for having me,
you. I wish we could do this a little bit more often. You know what I mean? Because the energy is definitely there. You know what I'm saying? But Listen, man. Godspeed to you in your future. I'm gonna hit you up again, and maybe next year, maybe the year after.
Hey,
And
man, whenever
you
you want
guys
to.
go ahead and support this brother. He's been around for a while, a long time. Hit him up on social media. Get into that brain, and don't be fearless. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So this has been another T-Love video production. I thank you guys for viewing in, and my host Mike C. And listen, stay tuned for another T-Love video production. See you guys later. Peace.
Peace.
For the love of house.
The dynamic soul sounds of
For the love of
DJ
dance.
Tyrone Lowe. DJ Tyrone Lowe. DJ Tyrone Lowe.
That's nice, 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 nice,
DJ Tyrone Lowe. The dynamic soul sounds of DJ Tyrone Lowe.
Well, I'll be back for more.
They here. D.O.B. Tito. Mike C. Hey girl. Peso. B.L.B.'s rocking it, yes he is rocking it. Tito rocking it, yes he is rocking it. Mike C. Rocking it, yes he is rocking it. Peso. Rocking it, yes he is rocking it. We're all rocking it, you should be rocking it, rocking it, rocking it. Don't fight up us if you wanna rock with us. Our talents with us, so with us, leave your trust. Get to the show, train, cap on bus, 'cause we're rocking it, yes we are rocking it, rocking it, rocking it, yeah. You know what, the people, we all back again with a short shot win, but we're much more better than we were back then. Now we were above, but yo, we get smart, as long as the return is of the fearless for. Featuring D.L.B. Tito and Mike C. and Peso, and we won't S.T.O.B. Cause he can tell you from the top that our crew won't stop. So let the bells jingle and let the champagne pop. Oh, it's a celebration, sort of a dedication to all our fans throughout the nation. Who's sending in letters and dialing on a card, and for other.
It's not just mine, his or her house. This is our house.
We got some fun people in the house tonight.
This is our house. It's not just mine, his or her house. This is our house.